Story time. So I'm actually making this video because I want you guys to get to know me more on a personable level. And there are some industries that I've been in, most of my life I've been in sales. And there are certain things that I wish I knew sooner to kind of help guide me in the right direction. And towards the end of my times in certain industries, I've always resorted back to social media. It's just like I have this passion and attachment for like content creating and just putting out information and just making sure that people don't fall into the traps that that I was involved in, and kind of what to look out for when it comes to business. Now, I started real estate in 2017, and I did that for 7 years, I believe. 2017 to 2000. It was about 7 years, right? And real estate is cool and all. I stopped doing real estate because I also was like dabbling back and forth between trading. So like trading was like a side thing that I also do on the side. A little bit about that. This is a very tough business. I truly just don't recommend day trading. But that's that. After real estate, I actually worked at 2 car dealerships. So I worked at Toyota, and then I worked at Nissan. Now, with those two businesses with car sales, they're cool. I mean, the coworkers are great. Like, I really stayed there longer than I would have liked to because of the coworkers that I was surrounded by. But the GSMs, they're just always on aggressive go mode. Like they focus more on just the numbers, and like there's no real like connection, and just a lot of anxiety and a lot of pressure. And it's like, I like to be somewhere where I feel relaxed, right? So I felt like for me, the car industry wasn't really my thing, right? It was cool, it was great, it was a great experience, whatever. After that, I ended up doing some Ubering and DoorDashing for a year, and that allowed me to actually educate myself further, and I gained a lot of information and insight about life and just like the mind in general. So it opened me up to a lot more opportunities. And now what that did for me was it allowed me to think outside the box. And because of this, I then ended up doing door to door. So I was doing solar, and I did solar for a year, and it was great money. But I realized that the grind wasn't something that I could sustain and do long term. It just wasn't my thing. It wasn't really resonating with what I felt in my gut feeling that I wanted to do as a passion for the rest of my life. And so I stopped doing that. Great experience. Now, the thing with solar is that although it is great money, one of my concerns was customers, and I just heard this a lot, and I'm like, I couldn't really like knock it, because I'm more people over profits as opposed to profits over people, because like I really care about people, right? It's what it is, which is why like my channel is about like the word of God and like devotional stuff, because I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going up in the world, going around in the world. So I just want to give somebody to have something positive to think about, as opposed to all the craziness that's going on all around us. And I seen a lot of upset customers that I couldn't provide help to them, and so I didn't want to provide a service that I felt like I was being part of the problem. So I had to leave that industry, although the money was really good. So that was a hard battle for me, because it was the most money I ever made, but it was the least happiest I ever was. So I'll get home with my wife and I'll just complain about like just situations and blah blah blah, and I just was never in a good state of mind, and that was really putting a big toll on me. So I noticed the further my bank account, the higher my bank account got away from zero, the least happier I became. And then when I left that industry, the closer my account got to zero, the happier I became. So I'm like, all right. So then I came to the realization that the closer I was to zero, and the less that I got, the happier I became. So then I came up with this quote, right? It's like the true happiness, the true key to happiness is to want less. And I just stuck by that, right? So I'm like, okay, well, how can I provide more value to people so that they're not upset, right? And everybody's happy. And of course, I decided, I can't do the solar stuff anymore. After that, I ended up doing another door-to-door sales gig, which was actually providing these in-home purification systems. And the money wasn't soulish, so it wasn't paying the bills. So I'm like, I can't really do this either, right? Bills ain't going nowhere. And after that, I ended up studying for the next 2 months, right, in my couch to get my life and my health insurance license. And I'm currently in life insurance. It started off really well because, you know, when you have trust and build up good credibility with those people around you, friends and family, it makes the business easy. So, well and all. Now, the issue with the life insurance is that once you run out of your warm market, is what they call it, you then have to find a new network of people to provide this service to. And so that's when things get hard. But I wanna make another video on like the in and outs of life insurance, because I know a lot of people like, oh, life insurance, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But there are some things that I wish that I knew about life insurance that I know now, that I would also like for anybody maybe in the future either thinking about getting into the business, what it entails, what to look out for, you know, how to prepare for success in it, how you can really become into debt and really have a bad experience. So I want to have you guys know that the good and the bads, so that you guys can decide if this is an industry that you would like to personally get into, or if you know somebody who's thinking of it, at least you have this information. So I'll post a video on that in the future. I just don't want to make this video too long, but yeah. God bless. Take care, y'all.